Welcome back, everybody, to OSL Division 2. We've got Ethereal versus Reactor. Today we have I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a doctor set, so it should be good. Now, both sides of the table here have been, from what I've heard, been scrimming a fair bit of this killer. I think we have Zabravo up on the killer to start us off for the night, so it should be really good. And yeah, I think there'll be some really good performances here on both sides. So I am joined alongside me is Jarms. Jarms, how you doing, mate?
Beautifully said, Rifa. I'm doing well, but yes, he is correct. It will be Doctor on the Wretched Shop. Reactor versus Ethereal. Reactor 1 and 3. Reactor 1 and 2. Ethereal 0 and 3. So both teams seeking a first or a second win. Both games, I mean, they do mean something, not for their own teams. Both these teams are essentially playing for pride for their own results, but it is worthy to know whoever does win this match, Hasso, will shake up the standings a little bit, and it would create a lot more, honestly, it would create a lot more easy times if Ethereal were able to pull out a win here. I'll be so brutally honest, because if not, that means they're going to be a three-way tie in the mid-table, 2-2 locked between Scarlet Reactor and Overact, Hasso.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to be loading in, if I'm not mistaken. This should be, I'm not too sure what map. I think it's
Wretched Shop.
Wretched Shop. Okay, so a fairly big map for those who are joining us. So there will be a lot of, there will be. I'm not too sure what the average hook stages are on this map in particular, especially on the Doctor, but we have seen some really good performances in the past on the Doctor, and we know that if this killer is played correctly and, is played to the best of their ability, it can be a very good result, which can make it very difficult on the side of the other team. So, hopefully we can load in and see Zabravo put a nice little performance on, because I know he'd be, really eager to really show and shine tonight's game, especially as being the last one. So he definitely will be fired up, locked in, ready to go as we spawn in, all of the survivors spawning together here over towards 5 on the map. So not too bad. Honestly, I know, Zabravo running a rapid, pain res, corrupt, and sloppy. So your stock standard build as per usual, and hopefully we can locate our first survivor off the rip and get a fast down if that's the case. And we do go and chase our Jake here. So this will be a nice little, we have a little filler here, tile, so we're going to play this and just try and use up as much time as possible so we can get our teammates to cross over and get to the generators in time. So the rapid brutality will come in very clutch here if Zabravo can get the value, and this does look like a good start for Zabravo, making sure we do get stunned. So unfortunate there, but Zabravo gets back up very fast, and Jarms, seeing how this goes, you need a really good, first chase if you're on the side of the survivors.
No batteries included on the cards. Not allowed, obviously, in Div 2. But as you said, Hasso, Sloppy Butcher will come in to replace that. But yeah, quite a good selection of perks, I'd say, stock standard. Yeah, that's pretty spot on from you, Archie. Do have gens bottom. I did notice those gens bottom. Now, when he turns around to hook here, I want you to pick these bottom gens real quick, right? If my eyes haven't deceived me, hold the phones. It doesn't mean fucking anything anymore. We had a good 4-gen buy here. They've done well to double that out there. Get that done, because that obviously was a double. There's no way that wasn't a double. That chase was just too short for that gen progress in that amount of time. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting to see how he'll approach it. Will he play tunnel? Will he play fresh? What's the game plan? Because I'll be straight up honest with you. Doctor is a very, very, very low stage killer, and the Thai teams definitely know how to play it a lot better than the OCE teams. That's something I will say happily with my chest, Hasso. But honestly, big Haas, I don't know. If we pop this big, we've already popped the big blast here. I don't even see him pop the big blast, so we can't even find the stealth here. But just pressuring main, pretty interactive gameplay. We do see the rotate in onto Fergie. Got me tripping and stumbling, Hasso, we'll be honest. But the ball comes in from the other side. Two blokes here. What's going on here? Sloppy going in. FTP, Hasso. So what do you do here? Do you chase the Tory or do you continue to tunnel? What do you do, Hasso?
I think at this point, because it's so early on, you might just want to get your freshers out. Because this killer isn't a 4K often killer, you may as well just go and get the freshers. I think that is your best bet in a situation like this. And we do get outplayed, and now we're going to make the window now. I'm not too sure what exhaustions are allowed, and there goes the big light. So we do get caught off guard, and the big Bravo is going to get the down here on main. But we are going to see a gen right by Shack Pop. So that is now going to be the death location will be probably called to be on the bottom side of the map now. So as soon as this Tory gets unhooked, they are going to have to just send it towards the bottom side of the map, and that is going to be a really good generator to get out of the way. So now they just need to really focus on death spots, and that is going to be the key. And you know, this killer not being such a high stage, your honest best bet is to just get the freshers out the way, especially if an FTP comes in that early. I honestly genuinely think that just take the down on the FTP survivor and just move on and then go for the tunnel out from there. So I think that is a very smart play from Zabravo not to opt for the tunnel out onto the Jake and more commit the Tory. So far so good on the side of survivors. They just need to get these death spots down, and they're just sending it for the generators. They don't care about the hook at this point, Jarms.
Yeah, I think they're going to FTP. Well, not FTP, sorry, I apologize. I think the FTP was a good selection from them. Creates no tunnel out. I think the counteract play from Bravo, like you said, was pretty good. Chose to take the fresh. The problem is now you've conceded to the, to not tunneling. You haven't really attempted to go for a tunnel, which means you have to 4K from this position, which, your LODs are even less now if depending on how low they were before. The double trade's going to come in now. Does he even get this? He does get it. It looked like he was almost not even about to get that. We do pick for the painters. This is another fresh Hasso. 3 fresh at 3 gens. This is a good result so far, no matter what. Like, if he chases, I believe this is this the Tory Hasso? If he chases the Tory here and we're able to have a short chase, it might be on his menu to just even commit it. Honestly, it genuinely might. It's still early in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the Tory out the game as fast as possible, and we do have life up, so keep this in mind. This perk will come in very clutch against a killer like this. If you can get your life off, like any exhaustion, you get a ton of distance. So there's another generator in the background popping. That is another mid-bottom generator, and that'll be the down there onto the Tory. Now, honestly, Zabravo isn't actually in a terrible spot. They don't get the pallet save in time, so don't get there in time now. He is going to hook on this pain res in the middle of the 3 gen, so this is actually not bad for Zabravo, but he must hope that the pain res does hit the gen that is being doubled in. They wiggle off, so hold on a second. This is going to be shambles for Zabravo if he does not get it down ASAP, because this is crucial. There's a gen being doubled and then a solo generator. We're running to an active generator right now as we speak, I believe, so Zabravo will be getting it down here, but this is going to be shambles because now 2 gens are going to pop for this, I believe.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So both gens are just going to pop there. We don't even get this either. Both gens are going to pop under his nose. This is so tragic. The second gen is going to pop down deep as well. He knows it as well. He doesn't know what he needs. Yeah, he's going to take a hook here. He's going to secure a stage. I think the play here definitely would be to secure this guy as far as you can. He's on second. Keep an eye on the bloke on hook, on the ground, sorry. And try and get as many mid-maximize your stages here. He's just opting to pick early. So he's opting to just take the 2 stages, potentially not gambling for, he probably could have got, upwards of, 3 to 4 stages there if he really pursued hard enough. But he's got them hooked both next to each other. They haven't rotated in yet. No one's rotated in. We're both topside. So the pick was just the play. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I thought we would be holding ours down to send. We do have to reset here. Now, the problem is, Archie, I think this bloke's just dead on the hook, low-key. Oh, nah, he's got a bit of time to him. He's got about 30, 40 seconds left. He needs to hit the skill checks here. Honestly, Hasso, what is this, 3? This could be... We're at 5 right now, 5-3. This could potentially be 7-3. It's not a bad result if all things come off clean here, but I'm assuming one of them will get out here. But the thing is, Hasso, who sits on the gate now? Who opens the gate?
That is a really good comp from you. I didn't even think about that, to be completely honest. So
Oh my
we're
God,
not
he
even
hasn't
a trade.
traded.
Hold on a second. This is shambles. This is a fresh survivor. So this is going to be absolutely crucial for Zabravo if he gets this down. And he is going to get that down. So we do see a survivor, which is the steed that it will be set up for the pallet here. Now, what we need to do is we need to bait these survivors away so that Zabravo can get the pick. But right now he needs to force these survivors out or do something, because he cannot let this fresh hook get out, which is going to be crucial. So Zabravo just needs to get a hit here, and they should just run away at this point. That's what they're going to do. So Zabravo is going to get this down, and that is an incredible result, Jams, considering where Zabravo was just moments ago when he did get that survivor that wiggled off him. So incredible result, Jams, and I'm sure he'll be, pretty happy with that one.
10-4, I believe, Archie, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 9-4 if my eyes don't see him, I believe. No, 9-8, no. Let the math kick in here. 6, 8, 9-4. Okay, so 9-4 there on the cards. That's a beautiful result. No, you're exactly right. From what we had offering there to that's beautiful. I just wanted to make a note. I think the one thing that separates the experienced teams and from the inexperienced teams is that extra last fresh in the hook getting out. I think if you're watching the top teams there, they're in that exact same position. I think no matter what, Fergie, I don't know if it was more of a team error. I don't know why, what was going through the mind there, but I feel like in that moment you just have to trade. That's the best option. You've set yourself there. Bravo took a really, I guess it just came across abrupt on the side of Fergie, because he obviously just panicked and decided to run as far away to the gate as he could. Yeah, I don't know. I think one thing that separates it is getting that fresh hook out there, and in games like Doctor, in games like Wraith, in games like Demo, in matches like Clown, that matters. This shit matters. Getting that extra 3 stages, 1 fresh is just that's a whole ass game for some people if played right. Like that's the reality you set yourself in here when you play Doctor against these, even these. Reactor's a good team. Reactor's a great fucking team. Let's not get it twisted. Like they are a top team in Div 2, and they will do fine. Even if they don't proceed to Div 1, they will still do great next season. They've shown promise, right? And what we'll see from the Ethereal Survivors here is exactly the same, Archie. Because now you have a test of not only chase, but a test of macro, which is something they obviously lack in this battle, right? If you're unaware, Ethereal Survivors had a massive roster overhaul last weekend for their last match, and their team has literally come up and only been scrimming for a week or 2 now. They're brand new. They all wanted to get into comp, and they've all joined forces with Knight and Zabravo, as you can see. And tonight they have to step up. This is achievable. This is achievable right now. If anyone in the chat thought this wasn't achievable, I don't know what to say. I think if you put I think if you put 4 committed blokes who really believe in themselves, I think this is more than possible. I'm interested to see what the survivor lineup is, though, to be very honest. I don't know if Zabravo is playing survivor or not. It probably will make a bit more of a difference than I initially thought, because he's probably feeling himself after that game he just had there, and I know the boys would probably be happy with that, because that was basically a 4K. That's as good as a 4K as you can get on Doctor. Like that is your 4K right there. That you know what I mean? Like you're loving that. And no, again, back to the point I was making is like those extra freshers that in maybe in 2 higher level teams, more higher experience. You see Fergie probably not even rotating in for that pool there. I'm gonna be so brutally honest. I don't know. In the moment, it seems all shaky and fuzzy, bro. You got 2 blokes on hook. They were both topside. The roto didn't come through. I don't know. It was definitely worse played from the survivors in the end game, more than it was better played from Zabravo. Although you can't argue, he just 9 stage 4 fresh on Doctor against probably one of the better teams against the Doctor in Div 2 Hasso. So I believe Hasso has low-key just died, but what we will do, take a little short brief intermission, set up the lobby, and we will come back. Please remain patient. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. If you are just joining the broadcast, we are mid-match between Ethereal and Reactor. Bravo, who is the killer player for Ethereal, just achieved 9 stages for Fresh on the Doctor, which is played on the Wretched Shop. It is an OC tie matchup we have in our hands right now, so the ping is vicious and the chases are shorter. How so?
Yes.
Set the scene for us.
Look, it's these survivors, for people that are joining us, Jarms explained it. They've only been together for about a week now. This is going to be a real test. Playing ping, playing a doctor set where you have to pre-drop pallets on delay, it's not going to be easy. So we are going to, have to focus, and Chilix is going to have to lock in here and in this chase, and he's going to send it towards Shaq now. He does get a little bit of a jiggy away, so nicely done from Chilix. Now, I know Chilix has been grinding Jarms. We have seen them playing a fair few scrims, and we're just sending it straight off the rip. Now, this is actually a decent chase so far for playing on ping, and we are going to lag a little bit and go backwards. So, unfortunately, we do get hit now. We may as well make it to Shaq and just pre-drop this pallet. No, we don't, so we just send it around Shaq again. So no pallets have been used yet. And oh my goodness, the lag is catching up with Chilix. No. What? Oh, okay. What the fuck, Apple Maps? That was incredible. So unfortunate that we will go down there. Now, that Jarms is not actually a bad chase, but there is a pain res right there. Oh, the pain reses are looking devious on the side of the killer here. Now they are doubling out this main, and that main is going to get pumped. We have the exact same stock standard build with sloppy, rapid, and pain res and corrupt. So running the same build as the big Bravo. Maybe you just thought about it just then on the spot, or maybe this has been the plan all along. So we are going to take chase onto the one guy I would not want to chase in a situation like this. The big is a Bravo. This guy plays the game inside out. He knows how to play this killer. He plays a ping set, so he does know a lot about this killer. Now, this main gen is getting worked a lot, Jarms, and they need to get a gen done shortly. They are going to have to get this unhook as well very shortly.
Comes through as well. Perfect timing. I'll tell you, this is perfectly played from the survivors so far. Hopefully Chill's internet lasts for this chase. I would say just take your BT, drop Shaq, son. He doesn't drop Shaq. I think Bravo might be posturing for a hit. I would love to see him posture for a hit here. That would honestly be so good. This is the short side, big fella. I don't know if we should be playing the short side here. He's coming for him. Well played from the Bravo. That's kind of a shitty tag to take if you're a Bravo. We do have life here. We are holding it though. The patience on Chill, but we've ran directly headfirst into the killer, which it's a very lackluster chase, but the good thing is Hasso, he does have Shaq for his last chase. It's basement as well. This could be dramas. Ripples is on far gen there. We need to reset Bravo. FTP. Oh, FTP is on Chill. Could be problems early. It could be problems early. Hasso, I'll be so honest. No FTP in this situation is so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, especially when you are the survivor that has the perk and you are hooked, and the tunnel out, so it does not help. But this has been very nicely played from Prada here, and just patrolling the gens and making them really, really work for their money, and that is something that we love to see on the side of the killer here. Now, I'm not too sure what the play is here. I think they're going to go for the pull, but they really do need this gen progress to come flying in very shortly, or it is going to have a major impact on how they perform. So they need some gen progress going, because it is not looking good so far if they don't get these gens out the way nice and fast. They need to get a couple gens, and in the background I've just seen a skill check has been missed on the side of the survivors for the Tory. So I'm not too sure what the play is here, James, if we're going to run in, or we're just going to let him die. Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. If Bravo wasn't going to play for the pool there, he needed to fuck off at some point earlier and go sit on a gen. He just sort of wasted 30 seconds just sitting on the T wall, just not really doing anything. Like, the one thing you saw Reactor do when I believe Bravo, he camped, I believe it was the second hook. to force the seconds onto the bloke, onto the Steve, I believe. Or what? I don't think he forced seconds, but it was Steve's second hook. He sort of patrolled. He played territorial, camped it. You saw Reactor just pumping gens. All three of them were on gens. The thing is now, if Bravo was sitting on that mid gen with, I believe it was Fancy the whole time, you probably are in a position where you're only at 1 gen now. And you're at 1 gen, you have 3 hooks, and you're playing a 3v1, you know, like I said, at this late in the game. It would be beautiful to see. And now Bravo's just going to go down all the way 11, and I don't know how so. It's still, I think it's still in the favor of Prada, low-key, just a little bit here, because he still has pain res. You know, they're down to 1. The thing that, you know, Reactor had going for them is they had 4 the entire match. And, you know, 3v3 is, you know, 4 is a bigger number than 3 has, so.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is looking like problems now for this team. Now, they really do need good little pre-leave on the side of the Jake there, but they need to play this picture perfect if they really want to win this set, the Survivors. Now, Ethereal, you know, have obviously had a major roster overhaul, so it would be the chemistry would not be there. There is no Knight, who is the captain there, so that doesn't help as much. But to see these boys out there tonight is what you love to see, and putting up a challenge on ping for your final matchup is what you love to see. Love to see players, you know, getting involved. And yeah, I mean, they need to get this gen progress going. They really do. I will have to say, Jumps, the pain reses have been so kind to the killer in this game. Just every death has had a pain res on it. So it's sort of, you know, unfortunate.
That's what we're shooting for it.
Yeah. Oh, no. So I don't know if that's the play. What do you do there, Jumps? Is that the...
Get this for a second, cunt. Holy shit,
My
sorry.
God.
So much to decipher. So... that whole time they were sitting gens. They were just sitting on gens, making sure that they got as much gen progress as possible. In that moment, now they have 2 gens 90. This gen that Fancy's been on is so close. He just needs to send it away. They need to split gens, and Fancy just needs to die edge. He just needs to have one okay chase where he wins like 250s. That's all he needs to do, and Bravo needs to wrap right this instant and sit on the gen. Ripples needs to pop his gen. I don't think it's... it's too close, Asso. I don't know if he makes it back around the window. He's going short side here. Oh my God, Asso, he makes it. We need something beautiful. Does he make window? He doesn't make window. It's going to be the death onto Fancy. But Ripple's gen is 60 to 75 right now. We know this gen is around the same pain res is coming through. I don't know, so I think I would have committed that. I would have committed that if I was Fancy. I think I really would have.
Yeah, absolutely, because now all the gen progress is going down the toilet seat, unfortunately, because the hook is now basically on top of the generator, so there's not much you can do here. It's sort of in...
I think Hasso's...
Yeah, sorry, a bit laggy there. But yeah, hopefully we can see some of the Survivors. They need to get this unhook as soon as possible and get on the generators, because they are in a very tough situation.
It's an interesting approach from our killer player from Reactor as well. I'm not actually too unaware of who it is, but choosing to just pressure them off gens has to go. Oh, that's not a good choice.
Oh.
That's not a good choice from Big Mr. Ripples. We probably should have just kept going forward, son. I'm not sure what the play is here. You know, we're stuck at the jungle gym now. We have to rotate over. We're in the locker for head on. What are we at, Hasso? We're at 5-3. Head on comes through. Holy Mr. Ripples, bang, son. We need to make a filler here. Pre-drop. Beautiful, he gets the pre-drop. Bravo's rotating over now for the gen. We need to play a window here, son. Go to the edge map Z-wall. No, he chooses the jungle. He goes behind the tires. We just need to buy as much time as we can here. This is the last pain res. We just need to keep running these tires. Cruel edge, son. Cruel edge. They're both gonna pop. It's fucking on, lads. It is on.
Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. This is an incredible matchup that we've got so far. Now, keep in mind, they are resetting in the background because that Sloppy Butcher is done. There's no more. But those Survivors are resetting on the gen. He's located 2 of these Survivors. Now, keep in mind, he does have all Survivors fresh. So, realistically, this could be a tie. One needs to get out ASAP. Now, as a Bravo is going to get hit through the window. Oh, unlucky hit from the big Bravo. Now, I'm not sure if we make it out here, Jarms. That's the whole problem. I really have no idea. I mean, what are you thinking right now?
He went back to hook. He expected the pool was coming through, and now Fancy's on the gate. It's 6 stages. He's just out. It's not enough. It's not enough. And Zabravo's gonna be out as well. He's at Shaq. No, Zabravo's dead. No.
Is that a tie? This could be a tie.
No, it's a loss. It's a loss if he doesn't pull. He needs to pull one of them. Cause it's 10 stages. It's 10 stages. He needs to pull. He needs to pull. Static blast. If he avoids static blast, it's on. He avoids static. No, he doesn't.
No.
It's over. Reactor are gonna win the set. Oh no. Oh no. By golly. He can't find him here though. Hold on. Oh, it's 10 stages. Reactor win. Oh, that is so heartbreaking.
Wow.
Oh. I'm out of words, Hasso. I'm lost for words.
I mean, you don't really know what to say, because to be completely honest with everybody, I think that was incredibly well played from the survivors. They got themselves in a sticky situation, but they then got themselves out of it. So it's so devastating. It is unfortunate, but you got to give props and credit where credit is due to those survivors. A team, for everybody joining us, a team that is basically new. They're running 3 survivors that I don't think have prior competitive experience. So, very well played, Jarms. And what do you think about it?
I mean, they showed a lot of promise, these young lads. Again, it's what we spoke about in the mid game, Hasso, like the between matches. It's the inexperience of the teams coming through. Yeah, in that instance, I think Bravo, he just trusted his chase. He said, get on the gate and just take a body for me. It isn't the worst decision to be made, especially because he decided to shadow back to hook. But I think, I believe it was Prada, if I'm not mistaken. He just trusted his gut, went in there, and assumed that they weren't pulling. I believe it was Ripples on the hook deep. And he finishes with a 10-stage 4 fresh, which is a 1 stage better than what was achieved on the side as a Bravo Hasso. But that will be the end of the regular season for Division 2. We will move into the finals next week. The finals will go over the span of next week, and we will have our 2 semis, a 3rd place, and a grands all in the span of a week. So big content. The grand final will be on the Twitch. The first semis has been booked. I believe it is on the Tuesday, 10 p.m. It is Nyx versus Ancestor. You know what? I'll even do you one better. I'll read you the bloody pick and bans as well. We've got Nyx picking Lich, Grim Pantry, Ancestor picking Spirit, and then you've got the TB as the Blight. Grim Pantry, Dead Dog Saloon, and Suffocation, respectively, for all of those killers in that order. Hasso, well played. Honestly, any final remarks, bloke?
No, I think it was incredibly well played from both sides of the table. There is no doubt about that, and I hope we see these boys come back next season, because both teams, no matter what the result was, either way, if Ethereal even won, I hope both teams come back, because it was incredibly well played, Jarms.
Yeah, very well said, and we'll be back Monday, I believe. So please be back with us then. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself, and I love you. Mwah.